Hold on, y'all. I'll give this gent a call back, see if I can lock it up. Wish me luck. Pull out the script here. I really don't want to spend too much time trying to like anticipate what it is I'm going to say. I'm just going to straight deliver the offer. I'm not going to just be silly about it, but I'm going to bring up some comps in the area, bring up the fact that it's in a flood zone, ask if it has flooded in the past, stuff of that nature. And I'm going to open with an anchor of 45,000, which is what this property right down the street sold for. So what up, Jared? Give him a call. Close the window. It's fucking cool here. What do you think? Should I crack a brew? Nah, I'll save that. Hello? That was weird. I'm going to give him an opportunity to call me back. He didn't say anything. Definitely picked the phone up, though. Try to give him enough time. If you caught the video earlier, conversation ended because somebody had shown up to his house to do some work, some repairs, I guess. It's been about 2 hours since then, so I didn't know if it was, yeah, just about a little over 2 hours it's been, so I wanted to give him enough time. I don't know what type of work was being done or what the guy was doing who showed up, so just didn't want to call him right back because he was in the middle of something. Double tap, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I want to give him an opportunity to call me back first for a couple of seconds, and then I'll give him a call. Yeah, I might just have to crack a brew in the meantime. HK, I love it. Let me take my phone with me just in case he calls back. I forgot my guy Jared's out here legally drinking now too. What? I almost just. All right. Hey, Eli. Eli, how's it going? This is Derek. This is Derek. We had spoke earlier.
Yes.
Yeah, I know somebody was at your house. Did I catch you at a good time?
They're gone now.
Okay. You available?
Yes.
All right. Perfect. So yeah, I took a look at the area. Like I mentioned, I just wanted to do my homework a little bit before I threw out a number I wasn't going to be able to honor, and a few things that I had seen, and I kind of wanted to ask you about and pick your brain. So I did notice that the property it does sit in a flood zone. I don't know if you were aware, but I wanted to ask: has the property ever flooded?
No.
No. Okay. Okay. No flooding. Yeah, that's kind of the biggest thing that I had seen. So I just wanted to make sure of that. And what else did I see? I think that may have been, like I said, the biggest thing. I know you were saying that you were looking for 100K. That's what you were asking, right?
I just like being in that area. No, I wouldn't make a commitment to that. I just say in that area.
You said in that area.
As I said, I'm not just gonna take one person's quote. I want to hear another quote. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah. So this is what I'm seeing. I don't know if you are kind of you know, paying attention to. I don't know, how close you live, or if you pay attention to the market where this property is. I'm looking at one at 784 Dillard, right down the street there, and that one it was built about 10 years newer than your property here, and that one sold for 45,000 in its as is condition.
Well, no, I don't even. We don't. We don't have to talk anymore about that.
Yeah.
This is just about that. This we have a talk to say anything about that. No, that's no way. And that putting in the price range. You see, check on the latest property. There was how much paid for the property next door to it if you can.
Yeah.
They had two lots there.
Yeah, yeah, of course. And that's definitely not my offer. I'm just kind of giving you some facts of the neighborhood here, what I'm seeing.
When you say something like that, no, we're not in the same ballpark.
Of course. Of course, of course. And again, that's not my offer. I'm just kind of letting you know what I see here. And that one's
I understand what you say, but this right there, when you say that, we can just almost, say, well, we can just pass on by that, okay?
I gotcha, I gotcha. But
When you say 40,000, the land is worth more than $40,000.
right, and I'm glad you say that, because then I started to look at it a little differently, and I started to look at it as if, maybe it's just gonna go for land value. So then I started to see what some lots were going for in the area. Um,
Okay.
and I don't know, the problem is, if typically when this is the case, I like to see that there's some new construction going on in the area. That's something that I don't see, because I'd imagine because it's in that flood zone. So there's not too much construction going on in the area. It's almost like right as you what road is this here? Almost right as you cross West Montgomery, there's a lot more new construction going on, because that's right when you leave the flood zone. So I was, taking a look, and I mean, I know that treating the tenant fairly, that's something that was, is important to you. And being able to walk away with something that you can kind of retire off of, and like you said, you want to be able to, outlive the retirement there. So, if I was able to come in cash, and handle it as smooth, convenient, and be able to take care of that tenant there, make sure that everybody's treated fairly, and work with you guys' timeline. Just want to ask, what do you think your bottom dollar is on it?
But as I said, I'd have to get, I'll have to talk with some more people. I'll talk with you more than any other person.
Hmm.
I'd like to, as I said, I can't call or tell you the number of calls and the number of cards I haven't received. You know what I'm saying? About the property.
Hmm.
But nobody's ever quoted me, anything like that and all. So I'll have to do a little more research on that.
Sure.
And as I said, to my knowledge, it is never flooded in the house. Now, the water might get deep in the ditches. But now it's far, and from West Montgomery, I don't know how many miles that is from West Montgomery.
Hmm.
And I know another thing, it's not too far from Gallery Furniture in that area and all.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's closer to Gallery Furniture, I believe, than it is to West Montgomery. I don't know about that. But as I said, all the time, so in the bush floods we had, the water would get in the ditches, but I
Right.
don't know nothing going into the house.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. Yeah. I'm taking a look at it right now. I can see the ditch, what you're talking about. So it was able to kind of preserve the property there. Yeah.
And as I said, I don't think it's so bad. The school, I don't think they have decided to move the school because of the flooding or anything like that. You know, if it was that big of a hazard, I think, you know, they would try to get the school out of that area, I believe, you know.
Hmm. Hmm.
But, yeah, so, as I said, I'll have to do a little more homework too and all. But this way we're talking right now, we're just in two different ballparks.
Yeah, and I think we may just be looking at it a little differently. But now that you've mentioned all that, it makes sense to me, and I think I may be able to be up in your ballpark. And again, I just want to reiterate that 45,000 definitely not my offer. That one had just that one just stuck out to me the most because it was on the same streets, and so wanted to bring that to your attention. But you know, again, we're looking to buy something cash, and we're very serious. I understand that you're wanting to do your homework, and I guess I just fear that if you start talking to other people, and you start to mention what it is that I'm offering, that anybody's going to be willing to give you a little bit more money to get the deal, right? So it really comes down to what it is that you're looking for. Now, I can't speak, on behalf of anybody else, but I can promise you what I can do, right? And what I can do, as I mentioned, is treat everybody fairly, make sure that your tenant's taken care of, and be able to offer you a smooth and convenient, transaction here. So, I mean, if I was able to be up in your ballpark, you know, I'm just trying to feel it out. Where would I have to be in order for you to consider moving forward on something?
As I said, 40,000 wouldn't even take care of one lot.
Mhm. Mhm.
Uh,
So what are you
yeah.
thinking? I mean, because I'm looking at it, 100,000 is just a little rich for my blood. By no means am I looking to hit the lotto here, but I like to be transparent and honest. We are looking to make a little bit of a profit. That's what the business is here. So, I mean, just feeling it.
I don't know how we go. You know more about the appraisal, this and tax and all of that stuff like that.
Yeah.
See, the latest deal I just got some from the appraisal office, and I think that the market value there, the market value is 99,000, something like that. I could be yeah, I'm sure it's in that deal, and as I said, the tax maybe I don't know how long I've been paying $2,000 tax. The tax,
Right.
I guess tax went up and all, so
Right.
all that makes a difference. So but I know what the appraisal district says, that's not in stone. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
just like a guideline. You know what I'm talking about?
Definitely. Definitely.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and was that this year's appraisal that you're talking about?
Yes, it is.
Okay, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask, and I'm gonna throw this out there, and I hope that it's attractive to you. Again, I don't wanna rush you or make you make any split decision, but to be honest, like I said, I'm looking at it from a different lens now that you've brought all this to my attention. And want to ask again, if I'm able to come in cash, if I'm able to cover all of the costs associated with, closing it at the title company, I'm not taking any commission or anything off that as well. It's just going to be a net cash offer, especially because you own the property free and clear. And if I was able to come in and treat the tenant fairly, do you think that you may consider something in the ballpark of 65 to 75,000 cash?
No, no, no. Not this right off is let's see, but I might talk with another relative. He might say $80,000. If he says 80,000, you say 65. Which one do you think I'm gonna go with?
Hey, yeah.
I'm trying to talk with you, and I'm looking at one of the young ladies that I know. She's an engineer. She's the first female engineer that occurred. She owns all. And so my mind is two different ways. I say, now, this Mason that I know and all, I think she helped design, do some of the freeways here.
Oh, okay.
And so my mind is a little crossed up. I'm with you. I'm trying to see what she's saying, but I think I'm hearing a little about what both of us are saying. But as I said, the next time, the next person, I might that calls me, I'll be getting another call from somebody.
And that's what I don't want to happen. I'm trying to make something happen right now, Eli, and I want to. I don't want to miss out on an opportunity to help you, and I don't want to miss out on an opportunity to take care of that tenant. To be honest, like I said, I can't.
As I'm saying, with me not knowing what's going on, because I'm in a position right now to make a commitment and say, all right, that's $60,000, that'll be good or something.
Right.
And then Joe Blow will come by and say, I'll give you 80,000, and I'm not going to tell them that you told me 60,000.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to just hear what they have to offer and probably take 2 or 3 offers and all.
Right.
And I have a relative that works with me, and I haven't presented it to her yet. That's the process that I went through with this other deal that I had.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, and you sound like a smart guy, Eli. And I don't want you to feel like you're going to commit to something that you're not comfortable with. My question is, there's got to be a number, right? Because if Joe Blow comes along and offers more, and then you wait for somebody else to come along and offer more, how at what point do you commit? At what number?
When Joe Blow hits the right number, I don't know this. Right, I know that I got my first quote was about between $40,000 and $60,000.
I said, and I want to make sure. I want to make sure you understood me correctly. I may be upwards of 75.
Okay, this I'll consider. I put that down in my memory bank, and then, as I said, it's just so many. Yes, because you're in the business.
Of course.
You would be surprised how many calls I forgot.
Oh, I know.
9 billers. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
It's almost daily event. And I've talked with you longer than I have anybody else about it, because I've told them I wasn't interested in selling. So just today, you just got in the mood where I say, now I'll listen to one of these persons. You just one of I don't know how many that's called, but you're the first one.
And that's what I really, Eli, that's why I really do try to separate myself from the bunch. Again, I can't speak on behalf of somebody else, but I know what I can do. And what I can do is make sure that everybody's being taken care of. So if that means anything to you, if that, holds any monetary value to you, then I just ask that you keep that in mind as well. Because, Joe Blow that comes along and offers you 80, he may offer you 80 and kick your tenant out on the street, and I know that there's people like that in the industry. I'm certainly not one of them. I pride myself on that. Like I said when we first talked, by no means am I in the business of kicking anybody out on the street. So, I just ask that you hold that in mind as well. And if you associate or attach any type of value to that, that you consider that as well with my offer.
See, well, that's what I would consider with all offers involved, as you see, because I would like for her to be, have I would just hate they've been knowing grandparents and all that, like we go way back and all
Right.
that, but still, I can kind of explain to her, and I hope that she can understand my situation. If I was having to live 20 more years,
Of
I
course.
still, with the amount of money I'm getting for rent, 20 years still wouldn't give me what I could almost get,
Right.
what I could get a house today. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Of course. Of course.
Uh-huh.
And I'm sure she
Yeah.
would. It sounds like you guys have a good relationship, and I don't know why she wouldn't. I would hope that she would understand that.
Uh-huh. Okay, so this, as again, I might have to just go out there and face she and some of the older siblings and all. We kind of talk about it and all, and they can, I'll think that would be a good idea. But before I make any commitment with anybody, I will, you'll have some kind of arrangements made up. I'll say, well, uh, with this person that's interested in the place, they'll be able to see whether they can give you any kind of assistance in relocating. You relocate, because I don't know what financial status, but I
Right.
just think he was qualified for was he Section 8 or something like that. I don't know. Let's
Hmm.
see. Really don't know enough details about, and it might be more out there to offer her that she knows, but she's just sick because the rest of the family members are there. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah.
Uh, and so this this give me a little more time.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely. I was gonna ask. That was gonna kind of be my last question here. Is it sounds like you're wanting to have a couple conversations with some people. When's a more appropriate time for me to follow up? I would love. This is what I would love. I'd love for you to do your due diligence, do your homework so that you do feel comfortable moving forward and that you have a number in mind. Because at this point, this is what I'm gathering. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it doesn't necessarily sound like you even know how much you want. Am I incorrect in assuming that?
Say that once again.
Yeah, I was saying, correct me if I'm wrong, but at this point, it doesn't seem like you necessarily have a number in mind, one way or another, that you would feel comfortable with moving forward. It's kind of just up in the air.
That's what I have to hear from something else. See, if I got ready to sell anything, I wouldn't just go to the first person and take that.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then I say, see, if I decide to sell this house, I would follow the same procedure. You see what I'm saying? I
yeah.
wouldn't just want to. And you told me about areas. I know.
Hmm.
I talked to another person that would be areas, and I won't walk away. I want to walk away with X number of dollars.
Right.
I'm not involved with any repairs. I don't want to be involved with any commissions, no closing costs, all that.
Hmm.
Just
Hmm.
want to walk. Are you getting where I'm coming from?
Oh, absolutely. And
And we don't. Well, now we got this to come in, and that. Nope. We want to walk away. I want to walk away with X number of dollars.
of course, and that's
Okay.
and that's exactly what I'm saying right there. That X, that's where it seems like that's the sticking point. You just don't know what that X is at this point. Am I correct?
You're correct.
Okay, okay. Yeah, and that makes complete sense to me. So it sounds like you want to talk to some people, figure out that X, And just as to reassure you, everything that you're talking about, that the closing costs, the commissions, all that, we'll handle all of that. It sounds like everything aside from the price, we are on the same page about, and us being able
Uh-huh.
to take care of the tenant and all that good stuff. So please, by all means, talk to somebody, figure it out, because I want you to feel comfortable moving forward with me. I obviously want to be the one that you sell to. That's a given, but I want you to feel comfortable doing it at the same time. I don't want you to feel like I'm convincing you or I'm tricking you into selling your property. So please do talk to anybody that you need to talk to in order to feel comfortable. When do you think is a more appropriate time for me to follow up? How long do you think you need to talk to these people? Like a week or two?
It's gonna be sometime. See, I'll be going out of town Tuesday.
Okay.
So this month, and then I'm planning on bringing her back, and she's spend a little while with me. She's older than I am, and I'm trying to get her to sell what she has, but she can't get her the board. She has children and all, but don't want to be in that same predicament she's in. And when I start talking about selling to her, she doesn't
Yeah.
want to hear that.
Yeah. You said this is your sister?
Huh?
I didn't hear you. You said this is your sister?
My sister, yes, I am. My sister and I, we're the only two left in the family, and she lost her husband, I lost my wife,
Oh.
but she has she doesn't she needs to sell some of the stuff that she has and
Mm,
all, but
mm.
she doesn't realize that she just she has to look out for her children out there, and which they're 60 years old or something. And it's not too much looking at now saying if you want to look out for them, you go on and do it now, not because the possibility she might outlive children, some of the
Yeah.
children.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
so so I just say, give me at least a month. Let's say May, that's the first of May or something like that. Around part of May. Let's see what we can. I'm trying to do as much as I can along those lines and see what we can be talking. How we can be talking around the first of May. How does that sound?
That sounds great to me. And I hear with your sister wanting to sell as well. I'd love to. You seem like a great guy, Eli, and I hope that you think the same of me. Obviously, this is just the first couple of times we've talked, and I wouldn't want you to feel uncomfortable moving forward with anything. But I hear that you and your sister both have properties. I'd love to take care of you and the family. And I don't want to just be here on the phone promising things to you, because anybody can do that, right? Anybody can get on the phone and promise things to you. But what I want to do, I really do want to prove it to you. So I hope that you're able to give me that opportunity. So please do what you need to do in order to feel comfortable, and I will round back around that time so that we can reconnect. And I hope that we're able to make something happen.
I'll be looking forward to that. All right.
All right. Have a good one, and I hope you have. I don't know exactly where you said you were headed to meet your sister, but I hope that you have safe travels, and I look forward to talking to you.
This is San Antonio.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. So you're driving out there?
No, I haven't driven to the since the pandemic. I got caught up there, and I was riding the mega bus and all. So the nephews, her sons, the people on this, they say no more on the mega bus, no more driving. So
Uh,
they take care of all that. One son is here, one is in San Antonio, one comes to breakfast, come to Flagtonia, and the other one, Flagtonia to San Antonio. That's the way we've been doing. But this time I'm going with another nephew on the other side. He's going there for a meeting, and so we're going to be there for so long. And I would like for her, and I just called them to come back with me. And
yeah, yeah.
I just that kid. So I just can't say. Yes, but she won't be staying as long as that. She wants to stay at home, and she's there. And then what problem at that age? All of her friends and all, they are all there. The whole neighborhood has changed.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, but she still can't see that though.
Right,
Uh,
right. All right.
uh,
Well, Eli,
not me.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, that sounds good. I appreciate you taking the time. I really enjoyed speaking with you today. Again, safe travels. I wish you and your sister the best, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
thank you very much. Thank you. You have a good one.
All right, you as well.
And
Bye now. All right, all good. I obviously wanted to lock it up, but I wasn't gonna strong arm him. Let me catch up with you guys here. What's up, Double Tap? Yo, I think he would take 75K. He does sound old. Oh, he's very old. I can hardly. I'm taking context clues from what he's saying, and I'm piecing together the sentences. If he talks to a realtor, it's dead. Not necessarily. Realtor may just tell him the same thing I'm telling him. You know what I mean? The property's run down. The realtor may hype him up wanting to sell it on market as is, but not necessarily. 70 to 75K. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Probably gonna hold pretty. I mean, no, I'm not thinking that. I would give him the 100K. I would. That's why I was trying to feel out his comfortability level. It's worth 100K, easy. Um, a quarter acre lot sold last week for 120. His is 0.34 acres, and that was maybe a quarter or half mile away. So it's worth 100K for sure. But I didn't want to just say, "You want 100K? Okay, let's do it," because I didn't know if his head was exactly where it's at. He didn't. He doesn't even know if 100K works. I could offer him 200K, and he would probably think to himself, "Oh, if he's going to offer me 200K, it's probably worth more than that." So I didn't want to. I started to catch myself doing that. I obviously threw out the anchor of 45. He had the response that I expected him to have. I have like notes here. I was comping the properties, and I was just like the progression. You see the arrows here? This was my progression. It's backwards on the camera, I think. So I wanted to start with the anchor at 45. There's another comp that went for 75, which was a house on a 10,000 square foot lot. And then in terms of just the lot with the house on it, I think that honestly, the lot with just the house, aside from the vacant lot, would go for like 80,000. Um, and then the empty lot. There's an empty lot that's like same size, like 7,500 square feet. His is about almost 15,000, so it's about half of his lot. That one's there's one that sold for 50K, and there's a couple quarter acres. One sold for 65K, and one sold for 112K. A quarter acre lot. So again, it's worth 100K. I just didn't want to offer him 100K if he wasn't ready to accept it, and he clearly wasn't. So that's where my head was at. Hopefully he lives long enough to enjoy that 100K. Yeah, for real. I don't know how old he is, but HK beer. Ooh, tell me I don't look exactly like that emoji. Ooh. Handling the call really great. He doesn't really have a major motivation, like he needs the money. You know what I mean? Exactly, exactly. That's why, Jared. What that comment right there, it pretty much sums up what I was just saying. Like he doesn't. He's not motivated. I caught him, and like he said, I'm the first person that he talked to. What I really wanted to do, and when I realized that he wasn't going to agree to anything tonight, the next most important thing to me was to establish a relationship and build as much rapport as possible. I think that I did a really good job of that, and I hope that he he holds me in the back of his mind when he's having these other conversations or he's fielding these other offers. Like, and that's why I wanted to stress, like, it's not about the money, like there's a lot more that's going into this that I can do for you than just pay you a bunch of money. And I think that I did a good job of communicating that to him. He's too worried about the tenant. If it was vacant, he would take the offer of 75K. Yeah, yeah, he is worried about the tenant. I don't know if he's overly concerned. He just wants to be sure that they're treated fairly. To me, it's more about the money. It seems to be because I've already communicated, and it sounds like he understands and trusts that I will take care of the tenant. But in terms of the money, that's really what he seems to be centered around. Usually with these older people, we got to take it easy with them, not be pushy. Exactly, Jared. Exactly. I found myself getting a little pushy. I was increasing my price, trying to get him to drop his price. Uh, he said Joe Blow may offer him 80, so I think maybe he would be in that ballpark. What I want to do, Jared, if you're open to it, in like a week and a half or so or two, I think we should play some type of a two-man game, and I think you should call him and offer him less or more. Uh, you know, and probably less though, or maybe just about the same. You know what I mean? So that he's like, oh, okay. Derek offered me 60 to 75. Jared offered me 65 to 70. That's probably what my house is worth. That's what he was getting at is like he doesn't know what his house is worth. So how does he determine what his house is worth? The best way to determine what your house is worth, and that's to field offers. And because he's a smart enough guy to know that value is dictated by a ready, willing, and able buyer. So his property's worth what somebody's willing to pay. I told him what I'm willing to pay. So now he just needs to cross his T's and dot his I's. And he needs to hear other offers to determine what his quote unquote value of the property is. So if he hears a couple more offers in that same ballpark, then he'll probably be like, yeah, okay, that's what my property's worth. And then I just have to be diligent enough to be in front of him as often as possible to be there when he comes to that realization. Okay, I've talked to 5 people. Derek offered 60. I got one offer at 60 to 75. I got another offer at 70. I got another offer at 75. I got another offer at 65. I got another offer at 80. 80 seems to be the best offer. That's probably the one he's going to go with. And to be honest, he probably will not give me a call and be like, "Hey, Derek, I got an offer for 80. Can you do that?" Um, he's probably just that's why I say I need to stay in front of him so that when I get in front of him and he realizes that, like, okay, 80 is the number. Oh, here's Derek. I remember him. He offered me this. Like, let me see if he can do 80. And yes, I can do 80. So usually they look good. Cheers to a good convo. Cheers, bud. Sure, did really well on that call. Thanks, Jared. Yes, I was saying that I can offer like 50. Yeah, yeah. Just put a reminder so we can do it for sure. I can call him, give an offer, and my girl can. So it'll be like 2 more offers. Yeah, exactly. Um, Jared offers 50K, I offer 65. Derek offers 80. Exactly. But he's a smart guy. You know what I mean? I'd do the same thing. And I'm glad that he started to become a little bit more frank with me and was like, look, I'm not going to commit. Once he said that line, I'm not going to commit to anything. I was like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? Let me fall back. I don't want to keep increasing my offer and playing myself and strong arming him. I don't want to force him to do anything. I don't want to. So I agree. Good call. Good all around. I think I set the tone. Now it's just a matter of timing and being there when he does come to that realization that, oh, my property is worth it. Like I said, like he was saying, I don't want any closing costs, no commissions, no repairs, none of that. I just want to walk away with X amount of dollars. And that's when I shifted gears. I was like, and that's what I mean. Like right now, you don't. And he, this is a big point in the conversation that I wanted to mention. I don't know if anybody's read the book "Never Split the Difference" by Chris Voss. It's right here. I'm not gonna. I got my light. Oh shit! It's spilling beer. I got my light here, but "Never Split the Difference" by Chris Voss. He says that the most important, I guess, point in like negotiation is like the quote unquote "that's right." When you get the other party to say "that's right," when it's like a meeting of the minds, right? You're in agreement on something. And I feel like the point in the conversation for me in this conversation was when I said, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm hearing what you're saying. And I'm hearing, you keep referencing X. And if I'm not mistaken, that's what needs to be. I forget exactly what I said, but I was like, you don't know what X is. And he says, that's right. Exactly. Correct. You're correct. And right there was like a meeting of the minds. Like, Like he probably felt inside like Derek understands me. Like I'm getting deep about it, but on a surface level, it's still like that's where his mind was at. Like exactly, that's right, exactly. I need to figure out what my ex is. You're right, Derek. You're right. Now, yeah, Jared, a real ass dude. That's a fact. Y'all work together or something? Yes, sir. Yeah. Or even if we offer the same as you without building the relationship like you did, he would probably choose you. Exactly. Exactly. We need to start playing that two-man game more often, Jared. Exactly. Um, somebody exactly the because the rapport is a big thing as well. You're right. Or even if you offered something a little bit more and said something like, "Oh, oh, there's a tenant there. Oh, I didn't know that." Usually we don't like to buy properties with tenants in, and like, oh, okay, and like kind of, oh, it's in a flood zone. Ooh, old people are the worst to negotiate with. They're just smart people. They're just smart people when being patient with them is what I'm finding. Like Jared said, you can't force them to do nothing. You can't strong arm them. You can't convince them. Derek, bro, you be killing me with your facial expression. You said that the other damn video. Play a little good cop, bad cop with the guy. Exactly. 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 Figure out now I've determined what's most important to him, the tenant and the offer. Well, not even the offer, the tenant and knowing what his property is worth is important to him because he doesn't want to feel like he's leaving money on the table. That's the only thing. He doesn't want to feel like he's leaving money on the table. And he would have seller's remorse if he committed to anything without talking to a couple other people. Smart, especially when they have multiple properties. Yeah, and I tried to. You heard me at the end too. I'm trying to take care of the family. You got your sister wanting to sell. He was talking about he has other property. I don't know if you guys were in here and you caught the first conversation earlier, but he was talking about possibly selling the property that he lives in too, because he has considered just moving into a senior facility. Um, so yeah, this is a again, none came of it tonight, but this is a play that I'm going to continue to nurture, and I still am very confident that it's going to play out. Um, and not only in my favor but his as well because again of everything that I stressed, it's not just about the money, man. It's about the tenant, it's about the convenience aspect of it, it's about the speed if that's what you're looking for, it's about the relationship. So I'll lead as long as you follow up for sure. So he said May 1st. It was kind of one of those where it was like pretty firm about the follow-up date. I tried to set that expectation. I was like, how long do you need, like a week or two? And he said, give me a month. So I may um I'll probably call him in like 2.5 weeks, and just lead the conversation with, "Hey, I know we were talking about May 1st. I just didn't want to miss out on an opportunity. Are you still talking to people, or have you determined how much you're wanting to walk away with? No, okay, all right. I'll give you that time that you need. I'll give you a call in a couple weeks on May 1st, like we originally planned. Okay, bye. That's what my plan is on this one. I'm not gonna wait until May 1st to follow up, but I don't intend on calling him and acting as if he didn't tell me to call him on May 1st. But yeah, I can't lie. I wish that he would have been open to moving forward, but connected with seller. Um, Eric offered up to. I even regret. No, I don't, because he kept. I wanted to offer enough where hopefully, if somebody like we've been talking about, somebody's in that same ballpark, like 80. He kept reiterating my offer. I gave the range of 60 to 75K, and he latched onto that 60K. Usually, in that situation, people will latch on to the higher end of the range, but he didn't for some reason. All he heard was 60. So I felt the need to say, I think I said I feel the need to say like I think I may be upwards of 75. I just wanted to make sure because if he just associated me with 60K and then he got an offer of 80K, then it's like, okay, yeah, I have a good relationship with Derek, but this guy's offering me $20,000 more. I don't really care about the relationship that much. But if he associated me with 75K and the other offer of 80K, it is maybe close enough to where he's like, you know what, Derek seemed like a better guy. Let me go with 75K because I want Derek to buy the property. So I felt the need to like confirm that, like, hey, just so you know, I could be upwards of 75. Uh, kind of notes connected. So Derek offered up to 75K. Um, Seller mentioned because again, I also asked. I didn't want to like correct him or anything like that, but I asked because I saw this earlier. His 2021 appraisal value was 89,000. So I asked, was that this year's appraisal at 99,000? And he said yes. So I didn't want to be like, okay, because I'm looking right here and it says 89. I just tried to be as didn't want to be any type of combative with him. Um, once I realized that he wasn't even going to move forward. Can we sell Derek off for 75K? Seller mentioned this year's appraisal came in at 99K. Seller, I guess, assured Derek that he was not going to commit to anything without talking to some people first. Ideally, he'd like to field a few offers to determine the true as is value of his property. What else did he say? Note he's going out of town on Tuesday to meet with his sister who lives in San Antonio. He mentioned that he thinks she should sell her property as well. Drake, he wants to take care of the family. Seller asked for a call back on May 1st so that he could use the month of April to figure out how much he's going to probably go. I'm gonna write this one down on my board just so that it's in front of me at all times. Hot. He knew what he was talking about too. And that's not to say that I was trying to like trick him. Again, when throwing out an anchor, you never want to make it up. I just gave him the facts. I get that from Steven Morales. That exact line of throwing out an anchor. Throw out the anchor of a similar, this one is literally right down the street and it sold for 45,000. I did not make that up. This one sold right down the street for 45,000. Stay silent. They freak out as expected. And then you come in and say, oh, of course, that's not my offer. I'm just giving you some facts of the neighborhood that I see. That's quoted from Steven Morales. I'm sure that's in his script. I've heard him say it enough on his deal desk episodes on Friday. Um, it just kind of resets their expectations, right? In this case, it didn't really reset his expectations because he didn't have expectations to begin with. So, but for somebody who's like ready to move forward and they're like, I need 100K. And then you come in and say, I'm looking at one that sold right down the street for 45,000 in as is condition, they're still going to freak out. Oh my God. But the only reason I'm throwing that out there is because I know that that's way lower than what I would be able to offer anyways. And then, and then you kind of diffuse the situation. No, of course, that's not what I'm offering. I'm just kind of sharing what I see here. Steven says, I'm giving you facts of the neighborhood, giving you some facts of the neighborhood. This shows that this is a people business. I would have been super cut and dry with him and just offered 75K and left it at that. The fact he went the extra mile, I think he will take that into account. I hope so. That's what my hope is. Which is why I chose to stay on the phone with him as long as I did. I think that yeah, it's definitely still an opportunity. That's for sure. I'm feeling very confident about it still. I it's just a timing thing now. I'm gonna hop on the dialer. Oh, before I do that, I want to calendar event this. Push this out 2 weeks. Call him like mid. I'm going to say acknowledge that he asked that you follow up on May 1st, but that you just wanted to check in to see how he was doing and if he's received any other opinions. Give him a call on the 14th. I had my hello sign up and everything. I was ready. If he was ready to move forward, I was ready. But something else too, yeah. I just want to really want to have an abundant mindset in all of this. I don't want to, I guess, I was telling myself this while I was on the phone with him, right when I kind of transitioned into like, okay, I need to stop increasing my offer. He's not going to agree to anything. I need to fall back and just build a relationship. Around that same exact time, I was kind of telling myself in my head, like, this guy isn't the only lead, you know, this isn't going to be the one and only deal in, in all of eternity. Is going to be one of many. So, yeah, he doesn't want to make a decision today, but there probably is somebody out there that is willing to make a decision today. So that's why I'm going to hop on the dialer for a little bit. It is almost 7 in my market. So for a little bit, see what's going on. Really, again, really just want to have an abundant mindset. And I don't want to let the fact that he's not wanting to move forward today and that he's going to take another month phase me. He's just simply somebody else who I dropped into the top of the funnel. He may have fallen down the funnel a little bit further than somebody who's just kind of starting to think about it. But his time will come when he squeezes out the bottom of the funnel. It just wasn't today. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, Teresa?
Hi.
Teresa, how's it going? This is Derek.
Who?
This is Derek. No, this is a little random here, but I was giving you a call about a property I believe you own on Charin Drive.
Yeah, I'm not interested, sweetie. Thank you.
Oh, okay, okay, completely understand. While I have you, would you happen to have any others you might consider selling?
Maybe another day. I'm at work right now.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry about that.
That's all right.
Bye now.
All right, bye.
On Saturday. See if she does, in fact, have any other properties. Just start dialing gonna stop at 8:30 now since daylight savings. It gets dark around 8:30, so it doesn't seem as late. First one would get dark at 6. Yeah, yeah. Right, exactly. That's good to know, Jerry, that it gets dark around that time out there. That's pretty much when it gets dark out here as well. I guess that makes sense. I'm tripping. I don't know why it would be any different. You heard that they're trying to get rid of that altogether nationally, daylight savings. I don't know why it's still a thing, anyways. Oh, is there a point? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes?
Hey, this is Miss Daniel.
Yes?
Hi, how's it going? This is Derek.
Derek?
Yeah, yeah. Hey, sorry, I know this is a little random, but I was giving you a call about a property I believe you own on Beach Haven Street.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, I appreciate the call, but we're not interested in selling any of our properties at this time.
Completely understand. I appreciate you taking the call. While I have you, do you think that you may be interested in the near future at all?
No, I mean, this is really not the market. I mean, we're investors too. So just like y'all like that property, I mean, we invested in it because it's a good property. So,
Absolutely.
so no, not at this time.
Makes sense to me. Are you guys actively buying by chance?
Not. I mean, we talked about it. Not right now. But possibly in the near future.
Okay. If it's all right with you, can I save your number here? We tend to get a lot that crosses our plate that we don't necessarily, take all of them down ourselves. So I'd love to keep your contact information and maybe pass some along to you if you're interested.
Oh, okay. So if you find some properties out there that y'all not interested in, you would pass them on to us.
Yeah, sometimes we just kind of fill our plate a little bit too much, and we have opportunity cross us almost every day. So I'd love to kind of
Hmm.
just toss it to you and see if you may be interested at the very least.
Oh, yeah. That's no problem.
All
I
right.
appreciate that.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And again, I appreciate you taking the call, and I hope you have a good night.
Okay, you too.
Bye now.
Bye bye.
I need to create a cash buyer tag here. I don't have one. Uh, Yeah. Yeah. All right, you guys. I just started down. All right. Let me dispo this one. I'm gonna hop off this campaign. Wanted to check the numbers for the day so far. Okay, I'll tell you exactly what the numbers are today, or on the week rather. This week, Sunday through Saturday. How many contacts did I just make? 2, right? Yeah. Is that right? It says 50. It says I only made 1 contact today, but that's not right. It's at least 3. So it's telling me the 53 contacts on the week. I think that may be more like 55. 2 offers on the week as well, which is close to what I want to do. I want to make like 1 solid offer every day. 1 hot lead this week. Yeah. Let me refresh this one more time, see if it tells me anything different. That's so weird that it only says 1, but Well, so appreciate you guys for hopping on here. I'm gonna skedaddle. I'm gonna prep some food for the week. You guys see me in the kitchen already. I'm gonna do a little bit of dinner prep for the week. Make myself some pasta. Appreciate you guys for hopping on here. Do me a favor, hit that like, subscribe button before you leave if you haven't already. Let's see where we're at. We got the goal of 200 before the end of the month. Today and tomorrow is the last day, and I'm sitting at 190, 191, 191. So don't know if we'll make it. Maybe I'll reach out to some friends and family, see if they'll be willing to support. So appreciate you guys again. I will see you on the next one tomorrow. Peace.